Hi guys, it's your boy Anthony. I'm sorry that I haven't posted anything for a while now. So before we start, I would like to say YouTube has demonetized my channel for a while now. So please like and subscribe. Restream. Let's say it's create one. You just click that button right there. I haven't posted anything for a while now. So, before we start, I would like to say YouTube has demonetized my channel for a while now. So please like and subscribe and help me reach 1,000 likes if you can. I would really appreciate it. Now, so let's get down to the nitty gritty. So I'm here to show you guys how to use Caster Restream. Let's say it's a slightly upgraded version from Restream with some added features. Right, so as you can see here, I'm going into my layers. Well, that's what I call it. To create one, you just click that button right there, and you go to the second one, and you click that for live streaming. And you click the closest country that is closest to you, which is whatever. Canada is closest to me. I already have mine saved there, so cancel that, go into my own. And as you can see, I have Twitch, Mixer, Facebook, and down below you see DLive. DLive is an awesome site. To add platform, you just click add platform, and the platform will be here. So as you can see here, this is Twitch. So when you click add platform, make sure you click streaming server, the closest one next to you. So that, right, let's see, Mixer. Well, when it comes to Mixer and Twitch, if you already have them up in the background, well, once you're up in the background, once you already log into them, it'll be easy to sign into them through this. For them to be activated, you just click that green button right there, and it will be activated when you go into stream. Alright, so as you can see here, Canada is the closest country to Trinidad here in the Caribbean. Well, one of the closest countries, unlike the States and Venezuela. As you can see down here, this is the stream key. You just click the show, right, and then you have your URL right on top here. You can copy those two and put it in your Streamlabs. Now I'm gonna tell you something here. The weirdest thing when it comes to Streamlabs, when you go to stream, it will ask you if you want to continue to stream. You will actually see like some rules in white. Just click that and you'll be able to stream on Streamlab when it comes to Caster. But when it comes to normal stream, OBS, it'll be very easy. So you see, go into your settings here, right? I already have my stuff set up and stuff.
This guy's painful to listen to.
Right.
When you're first getting started live streaming, one of the hardest things to figure out is
I gotta pee.
and they're just not comparable with Restream's quality or Restream's price as well. And Restream doesn't have a free platform. So I think you've got this point in the video that's super cool. Make sure again you're part of our community now. Don't leave. Go head over to the Facebook group and meet your brothers and your sisters or your fathers and your mothers or whatever kind of relationship that you want. We are a family. We produce content like 5 times a week at the moment. We do a lot of live streams, so go check out that space as well. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please go ahead and do that. That really helps us out and connects us to publishers and a whole bunch of other different things. Helps us produce more and more content. And lastly, patreon.com/generationplay is where you can go if you've been part of Generation Play for a while. If you're new, don't worry about it. But if you've been part of our community for a while, or you watch this video and you think, hey, I want to support what they're doing because they seem kind of cool, that's where you go. There's merch, there's early access to content, there's a whole
Hey, did you know that you can go live on multiple platforms all at the same time using Zoom? If you didn't, now you do, and you can do that using a tool called Restream.io. Now, I'm going to show you exactly how to do this step by step in this video, but before we jump into it, let's roll that intro. My name is Rob Balasavis. Hey. Now, if you've been following my channel for any amount of time, you'll know that I love to live stream. It's such an awesome way to reach so many different types of audiences all at the same time. So in this video, let's pretend that you want to go live into your Facebook group as well as your Twitter/Periscope account, as well as LinkedIn Live if you have access to that. Now, if you don't have access to LinkedIn Live yet and you do want to get access to it, go check out this video that's going to pop up on the top of my screen here, and you can go watch that tutorial on how to apply for LinkedIn Live. So again, to clarify, the goal in this video is to set up your Zoom and Restream.io account to be able to go live into your Facebook group, Twitter, and LinkedIn Live all at the same time. Now, before we jump into my screen, I want to ask you a really quick question, and I want you to answer me in the comments below. Let me know which 2 or 3 platforms, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, whatever it may be, 2 or 3 platforms that you currently live stream into or want to live stream into. This will give me a little bit of a better idea as to what type of content would be really helpful for you on this channel. So let me know in the comments. All right, I'm down here in the corner. So the first thing we need to do is head over to Restream.io and set up our destinations. Right now, I am in the destination tab. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on Add Channel. And remember, our plan was to go live on a Facebook group, Twitter/Periscope, and also LinkedIn Live. So let's start with the Facebook group. So click on the Facebook group button right here. Click on Connect Facebook. Click on the gearbox beside the Facebook option right here, and edit settings. There's a drop down for where you want to stream to, and I'm going to choose my Facebook group, the Content Marketers Cafe right there, and I'm going to click on Save. All right, so now we've got the Facebook group all set up. Check. The next destination is Twitter/Periscope. So let's go click on Add Channel again, and let's click on Twitter/Periscope, or Periscope by Twitter. Click on Connect Periscope. We're going to click on Login, click on Twitter. And since I'm already logged into Twitter, it just goes ahead automatically, and I'm just gonna need to click on Authorize. All right, so there we have it. We're 2 out of 3 done. We've got our Facebook group and also Twitter Periscope checked off. So now we need to connect LinkedIn Live. Click on Add Channel again. You're getting a hang of this now. We're gonna click on LinkedIn right here, LinkedIn Beta. We're gonna click on Connect LinkedIn, and then we're gonna sign in. We're gonna allow, and depending if you have LinkedIn access for your personal profile or a company profile, you're gonna select that. So for me, it's my personal profile, and I'm gonna click on Save. All right, so now that we have our destination set up, our Facebook group connected to Restream, Twitter/Periscope connected to Restream, and also LinkedIn Live connected to Restream, we're going to go over here and click on Update Titles. Now there's 2 places here, Titles and Description, and we're just going to add the titles and description, which is going to be the caption when we go live into each of these channels. So I've actually already prepared some titles and description before recording so that we can save some time here. So I'm just going to copy and paste that and click on Update All. All right, so that updated it for my Facebook group, Periscope, and LinkedIn Live as well. Ready to go. All right, so now that we're set up on the Restream side, let's head over to Zoom. This is my Zoom account, so I'm gonna go into my settings right here, click on Settings, then click on In Meeting Advanced, scroll down here to the Allow Live Streaming Meetings, and make sure you have Custom Live Streaming Service checked off. Once you've done that, you're all set on this side. Now we're gonna go start a Zoom meeting. So now I've actually opened up my Zoom app, and I'm just gonna click on New Meeting. Now normally you would probably have a scheduled meeting, and that's totally fine. For the purpose of this tutorial though, I'm just gonna open up a new meeting that's not scheduled or anything, just a totally brand new meeting. On Zoom, it's gonna ask you to join with your computer audio. That's totally fine, click on that. All right, so now inside of the Zoom meeting, I'm gonna click on the More button right here, and I'm gonna click on Live on Custom Live Streaming Service. There's a lot of lives in there. Live on Custom Live Streaming Service. All right, so now it's going to take you to this Zoom page. It's going to ask you for the streaming URL, which you will get from Restream right here. and you put that into that field. It's also going to ask you for a streaming key, which you'll get right here. It's actually covered so that you don't see it and give it away, because that is very, very golden. It's basically the keys to your channel, and you don't want to give that to just anybody, because if they have it, they can go live into your channels. And now it's going to ask you for a live streaming page URL. I'm going to put in the Facebook group URL right here. And now I'm all set up. All I need to do is click on go live, and it's gonna take me live on all of the different channels in the Facebook group, on Twitter, and also my LinkedIn Live, just the way I've set it up on Restream.io. There you have it, multi-streaming with Zoom and Restream is so slick and easy to your channel, and you don't want to give that to just anybody, because if they have it, they can go live into your channels. And now it's going to ask you for a live streaming page URL. I'm going to put in the Facebook group URL right here. And now I'm all set up. All I need to do is click on go live, and it's going to take me live on all of the different channels in the Facebook group, on Twitter, and also my LinkedIn Live, just the way I've set it up on Restream.io. There you have it, multi-streaming with Zoom and Restream is so slick and easy. Let me know if you have any other questions down in the comments. If you're not set up with Zoom or Restream quite yet, go find the links down in the description to get started. And if this video was helpful to you, I would love for you to hit that like button, and also consider subscribing if you are new to my channel. Now go check out this playlist right here for more live stream tutorials, or this other video that YouTube thinks you may like. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus team up.
Oh my god, oh my god!
This weekend, unplug. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Tell him.
Jet fan?
Yeah,
Close
what do
your
you tell
friggin'
a
eyes.
Jet fan? I mean, they
Close your friggin' eyes.
what do you...
Close your eyes. Drink. Drink a lot of beer, get a bottle of friggin' JD, some J-Mo in you, and just, let it just warm you over, man. I mean, because it's not going to get any better. I'm just telling you that right now. For 14 years I worked at SNY. Now my wife's like, listen, you need to start drinking early before the jet team comes on. Because I'm in there cursing, throwing things. I threw a plate of wings, almost broke my friggin' widescreen TV. And I said, that's it. That's when I tweeted out. I said, you know what? I forgot. I don't have to watch this crap. And I bounced out.
Ray, I got one more for you, and because I'm on the Tank for Trevor bandwagon, I'm going to ask you this question. I don't know what's going to happen with Sam Darnold. I hope he goes and has a great career wherever that is, whether it's here, whether it's somewhere else, because the kid is talented. He's still super young, and he's got his whole life in front of him. If Trevor Lawrence does come here, what would be your advice to him?
Just play inside yourself. Be motivated. You know what I'm saying? You got to, as a quarterback, you have to put that extra time in. You know what I mean? It's one thing I learned from Vinny Testaverde that changed everything for me. A quarterback is not a 9-to-5 guy. He's a 6 in the morning till 9 o'clock at night guy. You know what I mean? You have to be there. You have to put in the physical, and you also have to put in the mental. And that's the hardest thing for quarterbacks to do, because if you can make it here, like Frank Sinatra said, as a quarterback, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. The hardest thing, thank God I played quarterback when I was young and I was in New York, because if you're good and if you show passion, the fans will jump right behind you and elevate you to make you want more and more. So be yourself. Don't try to be like anybody else. Don't try to act like anybody else. Just, if you got the swag, then swag it. If you don't have the swag, then don't swag it. But just be confident. New Yorkers and New Jersey people, we love confidence. And if you come here and you sit back and you don't say stuff, oh, I almost cursed right there. You don't say stuff and you don't act like you know what you're doing, or you look in different situations, like when they had said, well, could you check out of that quarterback sneak? And he said, no, I wasn't allowed. I almost, again, threw up in my mouth. That was another one. Like, what quarterback goes to the offensive line of scrimmage and doesn't have a check with me built into it already? I had that. That was 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's insane to me how this offense is run and how we do it. But you got to have the swag. You got to have the want to, man. I mean, New Jersey and New York, man, is there any better place to be? I could say not. I've been around. I'd say no way. I mean, I'm a Jersey boy for life. You can take the jersey out of the boy. I mean, the boy out of Jersey, but the jersey out of the boy.
No doubt. Ray, if you're Sam Darnold, are you angry with the way it's gone down here last year?
Hell yeah. I mean, I'm not even playing him. I'm pissed off. Moose, how do you think Sam is? You know, he's running for his life in the first 3 games. He's making huge plays with his legs, right? And he's never had anything around him. So this guy is killing himself for what? For what? For what? Yeah, I would be pissed off.
Well, Ray, let me ask you this, because Maggie brought up Trevor. You mentioned about the LSU game. Jets say end up this year 0-16, 1-15. They end up with the #1 overall pick. Do you believe in Sam enough that you would pass on Trevor Lawrence?
Here's my thing. Trevor Lawrence might be a one-in-a-lifetime talent, right? I mean, you look at Joe Burrow, who threw, over 70-something completion percentage, and he threw the ball down the field more than any quarterback in college football. You know, he's the same kind of guy. Not as good as Joe Burrow. I wouldn't put him in the same class, but he's right behind him. You know what I mean? How do you pass up on the franchise quarterback in this day and age? You cannot. You cannot. So if the Jets thought they're in a tough predicament this year, wait till they go 0-16 and he's sitting there at #1. What do? You didn't give Sam anything to test him out. You didn't put any pieces around him, and then you're going to bring in #1. And you know what New York fans and New Jersey fans are going to do? Start him right now.
Yeah.
And then you're going to put him behind that crap offensive line with nobody that can win outside and wide receivers, and you have no running backs that could, bring the linebackers up for play-action pass, and he's just going to be the run-of-the-mill. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I love Sam Darnold, because I don't think he's gotten a fair shot yet.
Totally understand. And you know what? For as maligned as Adam Gase is, and you know what? He deserves it. If it is true that he tried to talk Maccagnan out of signing Le'Veon Bell because he knew they needed more resources on the offensive line and at pass rush, then he was right. He was correct. Because as good as Le'Veon was and is, Ray, they needed so much more than Le'Veon.
Right, but that's just, like I said, Max, you got to understand, this dude for 5 years is one of the best to ever do in the NFL.
Oh, I know.
At the running back position. So that's a big piece of the puzzle for me as a quarterback. I need somebody that's going to put that extra guy in the box to go up and try to stop him. Not to mention the fact, and when he came out that previous year, he was the best receiver in the friggin' free agency period as a running back. He killed you with his legs and his hands. And they just didn't use him well. And then it goes back to what you said, Max. I think you hit it right on the head. The game is still won in the trenches. and people don't might want to say it, think Kansas City does it through the air, but if you can't block up front and you can't get a pass rush on the quarterback, you're not going to be very good at that. So.
Ray, the Jets have had some bad coaches in their history. Last one for me. You think Gase is right there with Kotite? You think Gase is the worst coach that's ever coached this franchise?
Buy multiple bets from one game into a single parlay. This way the payouts are even bigger when you win. And what's cool too is FanDuel will refund the first same game parlay you lose on any NFL game each week up to $10. That means you can bet a different parlay risk-free every NFL week all season long. Obviously, did not go the way that I had hoped for the Buffalo Bills last night. We can talk about that a little bit later if you'd like, but there's still plenty of fun stuff coming up this week. I'm looking at this Atlanta Falcons Minnesota Viking games. A lot of really good same game parlays there. How about the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers? That's going to be a fun one. I also like the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So many cool same game parlays that you can bet on when it comes to these games. You're talking about winning margin. You can parlay that with, you know, Ben Roethlisberger passing yards. You can do this with Baker Mayfield yards. How about Odell Beckham receiving yards? There's so many cool, unique combinations that you get on FanDuel Sportsbook, and that's why they're the best, because they are the sportsbook that gives you these cool same-game parlays. So if you don't already have a FanDuel account, you got to use the promo code Maggie when you sign up so they know I sent you. So easy. It's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code Maggie. You must be 21 or older and present in New Jersey or Pennsylvania. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $10. Terms apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey everybody, this is Boomer Esiason, and I'm here to tell you all about United Healthcare and their Oxford products. They've served me well for over 25 years, and I've been very happy with the coverage that I've received. In fact, they're not only my insurance carrier, United Healthcare also supports my foundation and our quest to find a cure for cystic fibrosis. As a former pro football player, I know that having the best gear can really step up your game. United Healthcare feels the same and has now outfitted their Oxford plans with the new interactive tools like 24/7 doctor video chats, one-on-one weight loss and wellness coaching, personal benefit advocates, and so much more. Check out the new Oxford, now with even more ways